the different ways we have to adapt and improvise and overcome. Well, I want to welcome you. I'm Mark Fisk. I'm Chief Administrator and Principal here at Bingham Academy. On behalf of the Board of Directors, it's my pleasure to welcome both our in-person audience and those who are watching through our live stream. This year marks the end of Bingham Academy's 6th year, and that year has been quite eventful, to say the least. And despite the fourth quarter being disrupted, this year saw continued accomplishments from our students in school. For example, Bingham Academy team took second place in our first ever entry into the Science Bowl this year, and so well done for that team. We also saw the advent of our girls' computer programming club called the Qubit Queens and other things that we've accomplished this year. A year after becoming the first STEM-designated high school in Idaho, we are one of only 2 this year. STEM is an acronym that stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Mathematics. Despite challenges and obstacles, we're offering a program here at Bingham Academy that is unique and special. Bingham Academy students are winning awards, earning college credits, and being prepared for the real world. In fact, 40% of all of our classes were college courses this year offered on our campus, the highest percentage that has ever been. Bingham Academy offers students in this community the chance to earn college credits in a STEM environment while still in high school, while still here in Blackfoot. So thank you, and once again, welcome to this graduation ceremony. One of the most difficult songs, in my opinion, to sing is the Star-Spangled Banner, our national anthem. So I'd like to ask that you stand as our 2020 graduate, Corey Nee, comes down to sing for us, and ask that you remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to follow immediately after.
So proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. I'd like to recognize the teachers and other faculty who make Bingham Academy function each school day and beyond. Other than Ms. Singer and Dr. Harris, who are here tonight to help me, the faculty opted to not be present at these ceremonies so that the graduates could have 2 guests while allowing the school to comply with the governor's guidelines for stage 3 of the reopening of our state. So I will simply read the names of those who added their skills, knowledge, and passion to our school and poured themselves out into your students, your children this year. Please hold your applause until I've introduced them all. Mrs. Elisa Van Orden, Dr. Micah Davidson, Mr. George Lake, Mrs. Teresa Norton, Mr. George Hamilton, Mrs. Jenny Ball, Miss Jamie Bertosky, Miss Mindy Singer, Miss Eva Mayer, Mrs. Jennifer Brashears, Dr. Chad Harris, Miss Pat Wolfley, Miss Jocelyn Hodge. I'd also like to thank our school secretary, Mrs. Ashley Gardapi, and some others, Mr. Chuck Agans, Mr. Junior Portillo, Mr. Brian Thielen, and Mr. Steve Bailey, and all of the others that have served our students and our school throughout this year. To the faculty, I say thank you. Thank you for giving more than content and curriculum. Thanks for investing your very selves in these and all the students at Bingham Academy. The direction and dedication of our school's board of directors is also critically important. This year, the board oversaw the successful acquisition of our conditional use permit with the city of Blackfoot, major school policy changes, and more. I'm grateful for their sacrificial service and the time they dedicate away from their families to serve our community by serving our school as members of the board. Thank you, Mr. Dan Cravens, Mrs. Holly Lilia, Mrs. Tasha Wolfley, and Mr. Jeffrey Robbins for your service as members of the board of directors of Bingham Academy. Miss Jasabel is a Bingham Academy senior and here with us tonight as a graduate who epitomizes many of the qualities that we value at our school. She will tell you about herself and her journey to Bingham Academy and what she plans on doing now that she's graduating. Miss Bell.
So, I guess we all didn't have 2020 vision. Who would have thought that we would be graduating during a global pandemic? We've learned to adapt to all of the changes thrown at us from the time we were born to now. We may not know what the future holds, but we can make it through it. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Jasabel, and I've been asked to talk about my high school journey. I originally started out my high school career at Blackfoot High School, but at the end of my sophomore year, I felt like I needed a change. That's when I started looking into Bingham Academy, and I knew that's what I needed in order to pursue my future career in medicine. I started here my junior year, and it was definitely the change that I needed. During my freshman and sophomore year, I was on a speech and debate team, which helped me come out of my shell and find my voice. I was also taking advanced classes, which helped me realize that I could get a head start in the medical field. Because of that realization, I started looking into Bingham Academy, and I found out about the medical assisting track and the early college program. During my junior year, I was focused on gaining college credit and completing all of the prerequisites for the medical assisting program at the College of Eastern Idaho. I was mainly taking dual credit courses, which strengthened my study skills. I was also the junior class president and the editor-in-chief for the yearbook committee. Working with the other student council members and the yearbook team helped me gain teamwork and leadership skills. This year, my main focus was medical assisting, as well as gaining my EMT certification through the Blackfoot Fire Department. Shout out to my homies at the station. I was mainly off campus at CEI, and I got a taste of what college is really like. I also spent every Wednesday night at the fire station learning how to take care of patients, as well as ride along on the ambulance during calls. Since I started at Bingham Academy, I have earned almost 50 college credits, gained my EMT license, and have been accepted into the Professional Medical Assisting Program at CEI. I'm grateful for my parents, family, friends, teachers, and administration who have been so supportive for me throughout my entire high school career. I am thankful for all of the opportunities that Bingham Academy has given me, and I look forward to what my future holds.
Graduates, this ceremony is also a celebration. It is the culmination of more than a decade of effort on your part. Parents, shout out to you as well. It is proof that consistent and disciplined effort over a period of time can lead you to successfully accomplish those things that might from time to time seem impossible. At Bingham Academy, we seek not only to graduate students from high school, but to ready them for college, a career, and as productive citizens. Tonight, I want to briefly share a couple of these characteristics that we seek to inculcate into our students. The first is perseverance. could be defined as the quality that allows someone to continue trying to do something even though it is difficult. Think about it like this. You can't persevere if everything is easy. Perseverance can only exist in the presence of the difficult. Diamonds form where there is incredible temperatures and pressures. These graduates have persevered through the regular challenges of high school, and they've persevered through the unique challenges that came with a global pandemic. Maybe they've been made into diamonds. Perseverance means that when the things got tough, the tough got going, these graduates persevered through difficulties. They've toughened up some, and they're going on to the next chapters of their lives where they will face new difficulties and new challenges. With the perseverance they learned here. One of the things that made this year difficult was rapid change. Learning to adjust with flexibility and agility is another trait that we try to teach. These graduates had to do just that. They had to adapt. On Monday, March 16th, I attended a meeting of county school leaders as we discussed what each district and charter was planning if and when school closures were necessary. Doesn't that seem like ages ago at this point? By the end of that day, the State Board of Education had shut down on-campus schools statewide. The next day, March 17th, St. Patty's Day, we were closed for the next 3 days, which led into a week of closure because of spring break. And we returned Monday, March 30th, for the beginning of fourth quarter and a different way of doing school. Through the challenges that the next 32 days of school presented, 32 school days, that is, these graduates adjusted and adapted to the change. Perseverance, adaptability are two of the traits we taught here. Graduates, life is going to challenge you. You've seen that, you've lived it. Things are going to change, sometimes for the worse, sometimes for the better, but sometimes for the worse. Persevere and adapt. Persevere and adapt to college, in your career, in your life. Keep on keeping on. Let's have you stand, graduates. Upon the completion of your course of study, culminating in the meeting of all Idaho graduation requirements, Ms. Singer and I will present your diplomas. Ms. Singer? You may be seated.
As the names of the class of 2020 are announced, you will see differences to their regalia. In the class of 2020, we have one student wearing a gold tassel on their cap. This represents the High Honors Award, which means that student has a higher GPA than 3.75. We also have one student receiving a silver tassel, which is an honors tassel. Their GPA is between a 3.5 and a 3.75. 3 students are wearing a white cord, which represents that they have completed an emphasis in the computer science program. 4 students are wearing a gold cord, which means they have completed their emphasis in the certified medical assistants. And finally, 6 students are wearing a blue cord tonight, representing that they have completed the engineering program. This is our full program at this school. They had to take a capstone class in order to actually be recognized by the state as completing this program. In addition to these accomplishments, we have 11 students in this room right now graduating with a STEM diploma. To receive a STEM diploma, these students have to meet minimum requirements by the state of Idaho, plus they have chosen to go on to take an extra year of science, an extra year of math, and 5 credits in a STEM field of science, technology, engineering, or mathematics. In case you are counting, that is more than half of the senior class. Graduates, as you come up to receive your diploma, you will be handed a bouquet. The full bloom flower represents your full achievement in successfully graduating high school. The other small open flower or bud represents the beginning of the first stage of adulthood. The string that holds them together will remind you that you are tied and bounded to this accomplishment. As you experience other struggles and trials in your adult life, remember how you persevered and finished High School. At this time, we will begin calling our graduates down and announcing their extra regalia that they have each earned. We will begin with Mr. Conrad Kloss, who is graduating with a STEM diploma and has dedicated 8 semesters to music. Mr. Cameron Lilia is graduating with honors, a STEM diploma, and an emphasis in computer science. Mr. Matthew Leffler, who is graduating with a STEM diploma. Miss Shalise McRae. Miss Corey Nee, who is graduating with the completion of her engineering program, who has also dedicated 8 semesters to music. Mr. Xavier Jogu. Miss Skylee Scott, who is graduating with a STEM diploma and in the Certified Medical Assisting program. Mr. Isaac Turner, who is graduating with a STEM diploma and an emphasis in engineering. Mr. Tyree Wadsworth, who is graduating with a STEM diploma and who has also completed the engineering program. Mr. KJ Williams, who is graduating with a STEM diploma and also completed the engineering program.
Please remain where you are until your students escort you out. They know how to do that. We'll start in the back and work our way out. Thank you so much for attending and for coming. You are dismissed. And finally, go Dragons!